Hey everyone. So I actually uploaded this room yesterday, but I didn't make the video yet, so I'm making it now. This is World of Wonder Family Reunion. This So all I can describe, well actually I should share some context. This is going to be a long video, so lock in. The other room that I showed you earlier was called World of Wonder OG. That was going to be the first World of Wonder game, taking place within Alpha Studios. Now, you've seen all the stuff in it. I explained there's going to be a shop and a bunch of other stuff. And, I thought that maybe that was a little bit too hard for, this is my first time making a game like this. That's, big and, so complicated with mechanics, so I thought I would ease into it. So I came up with World of Wonder Origins, which would take place in Germany, which is where we are now. But so here we have the Luger. Animations work. I don't know why it's negative 21. I don't know. For you, it's not going to be like that, but when it's out of ammo, when it reaches 0, it's supposed to lock back and stay in that position. When it's up. I'm trying to get it to that. Yeah, it's supposed to lock and stay in that position. Huh. But anyways, so and then this is the knife. I actually own this knife in real life, which is why I modeled it into the game. I think it's a cool knife. I actually saw it in one of the pictures. Yeah, I like that picture. But over here, you guys just ammo again. I guess I'll invite him. That's the guy who voices the I'll tell you guys later. So handgun. I guess I'll take another look at this for you guys, since you guys are not going to see this ever again, so manufactured and distributed by Trailblazer Corp. Just look at how much detail I put into that. So I can invite you, dude. So this is the inventory. Unlike the World of Wonder OG, I wanted to make this inventory more compact, so I came up with this. It was going to look like old Resident Evil. You would have stuff here. You would be able to move things to another slot. You'd be able to combine items, use items, examine items. Obviously, kind of a bit complicated. So we didn't use that. Okay, Beans. Before you say anything, I am recording. I'm making a video. Going through my old room, so anything you say is going to be in the video. So, over here we got a little thing. This is the little outfit you'd wear in the game. This is a knife sheath, and then this is your grenade pouch for grenades. Over here, we got a flashlight. It's based on an old German flashlight. You can actually stick it behind and it becomes a headlight. This I was trying to remake the health thing, since this was the OG one. I'm not going to use this model at all ever again. But yeah, that's it for this room. Well, not this room, this sub-room. Because this is not actually what the game was going to be. Oh. You got the C96. Bro, you're dead, man. I think you died. Anyways. Alt F4. He probably Alt F4'd by accident. Anyways. This... Yeah. So this... I'm sorry for wasting you guys' time. This was supposed to be the first game, and then World of Wonder OG would have been the Alpha Studios game, would have been the second game. Now, I thought this was too complicated, since it took place in Germany, and it was going to be like a much bigger game, with bigger, like, environments, so I wanted a small, enclosed space environment. So this is where World of Wonder family reunion happens, okay? This game take. So this game is based off of Resident Evil 7. World of Wonder Origins is based off of Resident Evil 4. So this is 7. 6 or 7. I don't know, can't remember. Was it 6 or 7? Get out! Right. Okay, let me turn on the lights for y'all. Disable lighting. So yeah, this is basically meant to be like Resident Evil 7. So we got the house, it's all decrepit looking. You got that there. This house was actually modeled off of a random house that I asked some old lady if she would let me use the model of her house, and she was like, yeah, sure, go ahead, Sonny. So that's how this was made. That's supposed to fall down. I love using Rec Room physics. But anyways, yeah, this is just a copy of Resident Evil 7, to be honest. So, well, it's not really a copy. So I was like, how about instead of fighting this random hillbilly family, I'm gonna unfriend this guy! This guy keeps inviting me. I'm gonna unfriend him. What do you think of that, bucko? Anyways, yeah, it doesn't matter. Rec Room's shutting down anyways, so. So, I thought instead of how about fighting some random hillbilly family, you would be fighting your own family. So, you know, that would be a kind of a darker story. I was like, yeah, let's do it. So here, you would wake up here in this garage, then you would get like a knife. You get like a pocket knife, cut the rope, open the door. You go in here, tile falls, blah, 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 game starts. So, let's look through this. This is a bathroom. This is meant to be a bedroom. This is a closet where you would get the shotgun from. And then over here you got another, the master bedroom. This would be where the two people sleep, or your parents would sleep. Well, not your in-game. Okay, I'll explain it later. But this is where you get the basic pistol. And then over here is a bathroom where there would be a save spot. So, This is known as the Brothers House, as you can see on the subroom page. So, why is it called the Brothers House? Because this house is owned by your brother, Tommy. And Tommy would be the main enemy here. So Tommy, he would walk around and stuff. How's this guy still inviting me? I'm not even friends with him anymore. How's he still inviting me? So we got Freddy Fazbear following us now. Yeah, that's the main stalker enemy of the game, Freddy Fazbear. So I don't know, you get some bolt cutters here to cut this open, then you would need to go into the basement. Here where you would retrieve the key to get out. There's this hallway here. There's that. Well, under the stairs room. Over here is small room. But over here would be a thing. Tommy would like break through this wall or something, and then he would like chase you down this hallway, and you would have to like loop around. I don't know. I had a bunch of cool ideas. Not gonna spoil too much since I am going to be making this game. Maybe I don't know yet. I don't know. So, anyways, you would get the key to the attic, which would be like a box right here, like a power box. So you go up here and go through here. And you'd fight Tommy up here with a chain. He would be like with a chainsaw. He would like saw like through the top of the roof and then come down, and it would block this pathway. I think, I don't know, I just came up with that just now. So he would walk around here and you would fight him. And then you would jump down here. After you realize you killed your own brother and you're you're filled with guilt and stuff, you go over here and then you try to find your wife elsewhere. Oh, yes. The main part of the story is that, so your family invites you to a family reunion after so long of not meeting them. So you bring your wife along. So you go in here, you enter the house, and you're like, man, this house is pretty not good looking. So, and then you, it's just, yeah, it's just stalking me. This man is just stalking me, bro. Get away, bro. A little TV here. But yeah, that's it for this. Oh my god. Freddy Five Nights is following me. Let's go to the AI test, bro. So that's it for that subroom. Guess that's a gun. Tommy AI. We don't have anything down. So Tommy AI. There would be like a thing in like the dining room where he would like, you could like circle around. But if you could kind of like toy with him a bit. You could like run around the table and he would not be able to get you. But after a little bit of doing that, he would jump on the table and the table would break. Allowing you to get away. A few seconds to get away. The Ivy, a variant of the main enemies, which are Euglonians. You probably know what Euglonians are by this point, since the whole series is kind of based off of them. So Euglonians are the main monsters. They're also what infected your family. Limbs can be shut off. They can open doors and dodge attacks. The problem with that, I had no idea how AI worked in Rec Room. I still don't. Goals with Ivy, they're just a variant. They're much stronger and they're vulnerable to pyro pipes. I'll get to that later, what pyro pipes are. They charge when close enough. Interesting. So, over here, we have doors. Now, these doors, I want to talk about this though. I didn't realize this existed. So this is a butterfly knife. This would be Tommy's sort of, kind of like a main weapon for him. I don't know, you get him in. That's a butterfly knife. So, that would kind of just be like his main weapon. Over here is a door. Now, these doors, I think they're the coolest thing ever. So, kind of a strange door animation, right? Well, here's the thing. If you crouch and then go up to the door, it just opens slightly. So you can peek through and see if there are any enemies before you're going through. Guys, is this peak or not? Now, these ones, I think, are kind of like a better version, almost. So, you just have to, like, go up to it slightly and it'll open. But if you want it to, like, fully open, then you just... Fun thing about these is they open both ways. If you were gonna run into them, into the doors, if you were lucky enough, then the animations would actually look smooth. This is also supposed to work in both ways. I didn't know how to make it do that, though. Like, look at all this for just a door AI. This is for it opening the other way. But... this is the AI. It used to work. Oh, now it's deciding to work. Oh my god! He's chasing me! Ah, why are you chasing me? Ah. Are you good, man? Oh no, he's chasing me! So, if you got close enough, he would, like, stop and attack you. And that would, like, kind of let you... if you were able to dodge, you could get away. Like, a few seconds. What's wrong with him? If you were behind a wall for 6 seconds, then he would just kind of, like, give up. He would lose line of sight. Okay, this guy. Ew. This guy. Yeah, so if you're out of his sight, then he would just kind of go back, but he doesn't appear to be giving up. Hey, boy. Whoa, back up, oh, man, he's giving me a smooch. Oh, nice. Yeah, right. But, yep. Here we go. Alright, this one is the playable version of the Brothers House. No, it's not. I'm messing with y'all. I'm joking. I'm kidding. Template has a lot of stuff in it, trust me. If you're bored yet, trust me, this one is peak. I'm kind of getting bored too. It's just self-glazing at this point. So, valid self-glaze though. I mean, look at this. So this is your item box, storage crate. Just open that. Your item box. This thing you can save. I wonder where that music's from. Okay, interesting. It actually would save the game. So how it works is you have like temporary stuff. So if you were to collect ammo, it would go into here. Then once you save or the game auto saves on its own, it would go to this right here. This is your cloud variables, all right? This is what saves how much ammo you got. So when you load, it takes the number that's in here and puts it into here. Did that make sense? Make sense? Okay, good. But also, if you like walk away from this, then it turns off on its own. This is your inventory. This is as compact as I could make it. You have healing items, VHS tapes. VHS tapes, if you were to play on like hard mode, then you would need VHS tapes to save the game, like old Resident Evil. So you just, yeah, you can see it in the animation as well that there is a VHS tape that goes in. On like easier normal difficulties, that's infinite. So over here, you have ammo. What? There, that should solve my problem. Anyways, oh. Neat. So, I guess this is a Glock 19. I guess. I don't know. Just looking at it, it just looks like a Glock 19. Here. Well, you would press this would open up, eject it, and then you would take this, put it in, and it will close on its own. But I guess it just didn't program that yet. That's your grenade launcher. So these are your pyro pipes. They're supposed to set the area on fire. Let me see if I can get this like non-blocky version. But yeah, the trigger moves and stuff. You have to reload like that. It's very detailed. This is an M79 shorty. You would get this in a greenhouse. Yes, there was a greenhouse, and I'll show it to you later. This is a chainsaw. This is one of the weapons you would get. This would be one of the most powerful weapons in the game if you could, like, use it properly. So for this, you can see there's like a little battery thing up there. This is for the chainsaw battery. You'd only get one of those. You have 2,000 watts. When you hold it down, you lose like 50 watts a second. Well, maybe that's too much. I don't know. And it was still I was still trying to think of what to do with it. So you got handgun ammo, shotgun ammo, the Shogun shots. This is a reference to Genshin Impact. Shogun, it's purple, yada yada. So, shotgun, Shogun shots. We got the black powder balls because instead of a Magnum, it was meant to be an 1868 revolver. For like black powder and stuff. This would be the second most powerful weapon in the game. Well, it's the most powerful, like, ranged weapon. And then you got the pyro pipes. And then you have neuropipes. Neurotoxin rounds. Which would be these green ones over here. Next! You got the first aid cologne. This is going to be what's going to be used for, like, first aid forever, okay? Forever from now on, if I make games like this, this is what it's going to be, first aid cologne. Because I love the idea of it. Heal faster, smell better. Then you got VHS tapes. 1 VHS tape, 3 VHS tapes. This would be your thing. Like your, I will equip body on. So yeah, you go down, just grab stuff from here. Same thing, headlight. So all the other World of Wonder games. So, oh right. There. I'll turn that off. Here goes your first aid play. First aid cologne. Have to call it first aid cologne, not first aid spray. But for your health, it will heal like... It'll heal like 50 at a time, yeah. Yeah, so that's that. I think that's all. I think that's it for here. So, vulgar language, graphic scenes, and references to heavy topics play at your own risk. Man, I wish I finished this. But then I would be more sad. So I guess I'm glad I didn't finish it. It's Rec Room shutting down. That's why I'm making this series, by the way, if you didn't know that. Greenhouse layout. This is the greenhouse. Wasn't a big area, but you'd fight your mom in it. This is where the Ivy enemies are as well, since in the lore, Euglonians are like... They have a strong connection with like plants and ivy, so they just kind of like, yeah, transform, make themselves stronger. Miller Gardens, this is how they make money for mansions and stuff. So yeah, greenhouse, blah blah blah. There's my flashlight. So there's stuff down here. Yeah, I get this. Okay. This is where you enter. The light bulb moves. This is kind of like a creepy hallway, dude. This is actually kind of creepy. Like, imagine, like, someone just pops out of that. Oh my god, I could have made, like, a full-on horror game out of this instead of a Resident Evil. Maybe that's what I'll do. Why am I even trying to copy Resident Evil? Because it's cool and I like it. Gun closet. Your save room. Thing is also here. Climb up this. Save here. Fight Tommy in here. Jump down this. This would be the dining area. Just a long table. And then see if this works. Oh, yes. Perfect. Perfect, as intended. Now, whenever I do physics stuff like this, I always put, like, invisible barriers to kind of, like, guide it. Guide it along a certain path. What a beautiful sight. Oh my goodness. Get the pocket knife in. Well, you would wake up here and get the pocket knife, and that's how you would cut the rope. I think I already mentioned that. Just making sure y'all know. Put the headlight on. Go down into the basement. So you open this. Well, actually you don't, because this is the intro section, which is why there's nothing down here. This is the intro. So you would go in here, you'd be like, man, this place is really sucks. It really sucks, man. So you would go into this room, investigate around, then Tommy would come up behind you, knock out both you and your wife, and you would wake up here and your wife is gone. So the whole game is you have to find your wife. Boo! Woo! It's just like Resident Evil 7. I mean, it's a good game. I mean, I don't know. The scaling feels off. I feel like this is like the length is like way bigger than the old lady's house that I went to. I did modify it a bit. The garage is actually supposed to be like right next to where the front door is. Wherever that is. Oh, well, it is here. There isn't like this long hallway. Like the door is like it's meant the front door is meant to be here. And the dining room thing, the pantry would go into here, and then the yeah, or whatever. You get it, guys. So yeah, I think this is my favorite part of the whole build. Just this wall. I put so much effort into it. But yeah, and there's one more subroom. God, I'm gonna miss this. I'm gonna miss this so much. Now, guys, is that peak or is that peak? Why is it already doing that? Okay, whatever. So you play. There. Extras, settings. Yep. World of Wonder, family reunion. That does it. Okay. Alright, well, I hope you guys at least had some bit of enjoyment out of this. Look around this room. Oh my, there's There's stuff down here. Disable lighting. Oh, wow. Oh, right! Okay, so, you know, in Resident Evil 7, you have, like, the trailer. Instead of, like, the trailer, there's a underground bunker kind of thing, and this is where that is. So this is the underground bunker. I like how it works just like a save station. You walk away and it just turns off. Interesting. Why did I set it up that way? But that is World of Wonder Family Reunion. Again, I am going to miss this. Alright, that's about it. See you.